I am so far behind the replays I must review. But this is Master Combine. I hope you guys will enjoy. We have a brand new fight. This battle was really intense. It was high caliber, if we can call it that way. It was Adder versus Kindle. I think it was that close only because Kindle is just much more powerful than Adder. I know Adder's steel power is really good and annoying at the same time, but Kindle, for one more star, she breaks the game. I think if we had a tier 4, the both of us, I think you would have won. Because he lost to a tier considered 3, but I consider Kindle to be 2. Anyway, I hope you guys will enjoy this new video. Let's do that replay. As usual, I will be really fast in the first few turns. Because these uh, first few turns are boring. Infantry move, infantry move, infantry move. Now I have my first tank out because I expect a early recon, and I was right. Well placed recon. Artillery, another good move. Now he has the lead, but he's player 1, so that's normal. He got his first tank out while I have the artillery. So right now he has more value because of his recon, but my tank is further in the map. Now I send my tank in the center because I want a vision over the center. Now I trade my first anti-air because I expect him to get a early battlecopter. Now I bring my tank closer, but I still hide it because I want the impact, the surprise. If he had no recon, I would have got a battlecopter, but since that recon had visual over that airport, I decided to go for a tank. And a recon as well, because I need vision. So at that point, my army value is a bit higher due to my anti-air. We are pretty even at that point in the game. Now that's doing a mistake because instead of removing that recon out of the battlefield, he kept harassing my troops. And yes, that delays me. Yes, you earn my economy, but if I had any answer to your recon would have died. That as simple as this. Now I find that artillery, I'm like, okay, I will send many units to strike that said artillery. I created another anti-air because I expected to lose my anti-air. And I created the artillery to defend that flank. Now he found my artillery, I was so sad about that. But I was like, hey, things happen. Now at that point he took the lead because he did massive damage to my anti-air and my artillery. I was like, oh, that's looking bad for me. So now I'm mopping the floor with a few troops, leaving that artillery to HP, and killing one of his recon again. Now I have two tanks and one artillery there, and since he has no recon, he don't know I have my artillery. Now I'm very aggressive because I'm Kindle and I know I can overwhelm most of the players. Now by doing this, I have my artillery ready to shoot in any of these styles. And if you decide to go there, then I have two tanks ready. So that was very defensive and offensive at the same time because he had no ways to reach my artillery. So yeah, here he blows up my artillery. I'm really sad about that. I also have a medium tank here because I know I won't overwhelm him if I keep having tanks. That's my weak spot, as some players call it. I only have one base, so I had no choice but to create that medium tank. So now I did a huge mistake. He had no idea what I had and he decided to go there. So I have a city, Kindle on city, go boom. Now he still has a higher economy than me, and he is really good because he keeps the momentum in some ways. Now I put together these two and I activate Urban Blight to do some cleanup. And that turn was decisive because I destroyed two tanks the same turn. I gave him the super the same turn. I blow up his artillery, I blow up another tank, well, 1 HP, but whatever. I expect a battlecopter because you will see my medium tank, so I create an advanced anti-air in this area. Now that infantry gives me vision over the entire area, and now you can tell his economy is really bad because of that urban blight, battlecopter, infantry, and tank. So he lost a lot of money during that turn. So yes, he had a higher economy, but Kindle hurt the economy. So even if you have a better one, I hurt yours, while you don't really hurt mine. And here he did what I consider a mistake because I mopped the floor with this. So he exposed his only tank there. That's not that great. Of course, that tile gives him what many defense star. He has a very good defense there, but that's not good enough. He is capturing the city, and of course, I'm really stressed out here. I really need to keep that city because my economy is lower than his, so I really need to keep what I have. So I keep harassing his city, and I lock these two tiles because if he wants to take a shot, I want him to shoot him down with my artillery. Now, of course, he has infantry that can strike as well, but that will be more complicated if he tries this side instead of this side. Now I create a battlecopter to assist the tank, and I create a recon because I feel like I will need vision in this area. I don't have any vision. Now he took a very good shot, but he did a huge mistake as well, because there's a CT tile there. Kindle and CT tile go brum. So at least now he did not expose this tank yet, so I guess it's good. Now he took many infantry, and at that moment I was really scared because I felt like he wanted my HQ there. So at that point, I was thinking about what I should do. How am I dealing with these two infantry? A rocket, that was good, I guess. That's not impressive. A medium tank would have been better, but it's still decent, I guess, because there are forests to hide. But nah, I would have got a medium tank instead. I just feel like I have a bias when it comes to medium tank. I just feel like they are better than rockets. Now I feel okay to expose my tank because I have a battlecopter there. That's the only reason. Now I'm up to 4 with his units. I agreed to sack one medium tank to do a lot of damage to this medium tank. I did 3 damage over this, and he had more HP than me. Since I knew I was losing that flank, I created a medium tank there. So another Urban Blight while he has a rocket there, so that did a lot of damage to his economy. To infantry, it's not that bad, but the rocket did hurt him a lot. Now he's pushing for my HQ, and I'm freaking out at that point because I can tell he wants my HQ. So the best move I could do is at least kill one of the units he had. And I exposed my anti-air because that mech was very dangerous. Mechs are not that great, but if they are in range of your tanks, mechs go blue. They are really OP. So now I'm going for his city because I'm greedy. I feel like I'm winning this flank. I create a tank for more vision and offensive power. Now he has the battlecopter there, that's well placed. I left my 1 HP infantry there to trap one of his units. So now I expect medium tanks, because that's what I expect. However, this is considered a city town, and this is as well. So even if he has a medium tank that wants to take a shot at me, I have 2 tau I can use against him. Now I'm like, no, my artillery, but I have a tank, of course, so I'm still happy about that. I lost my artillery, I was like, no! So I lost my medium tank, I was also very, very pissed off and sad about it. So now I have my Urban Blight and I'm so happy about that because extra firepower. Now I'm pressuring him, I want his cities because I feel like I'm losing this fight. So I'm doing some desperate moves to take over the edge. And I have a really important need, the need of vision. So I bought a recon. Now here again, he went on my city because he really wanted that city. He went to my city again. I was like, no, I don't want that. At least at that point, I have a better economy for once against him. Now I'm like 2 NTR, I can mop the floor with most of his unit, and when I found his rocket, I was like, oh, Oh, I was so happy about that reveal. And I decided to trap his rocket there. I knew he had an anti-air to clear the path, but if he did such thing, I would take a shot to his anti-air. So that was not really worth it. Yes, the battlecopter worked more, but it's also easier to shut down than the anti-air. Plus, I was capturing his city, and I was giving him two artillery there, because they were not protected. So I gave him a lot of choices. Then I've seen his second medium thing. I was like, oh, really? And that tile here, it's a great tile again. It's really a good tile because I can take shot from here and there if his medium thing goes at mine. I created the anti-air because I see that battlecopter going this way, and I have no anti-air this way. So I created the anti-air here. I created the tank because, of course, he has tanks in Recon. So he did a mistake. He gave me his medium tank, basically. So now with Urban Blight, I do some mopping the floor. So yeah, I just take shots and I have a kind of payback here. And then I realized, I took over that game. At that point, I knew I had the advantage because I was mopping the floor with most of his troops. Now I created the tank and a medium tank over here because I expected this one to die. So now as you can see it, I have almost twice his army, and I have a bit more of income than him. Of course, I'm up to 4 with a few of my units, and I'm like, we must do some sacrifice, you know? So he creates another medium tank there. That's the right move because he expects another medium tank since that tank here gives him vision. Now, when this anti-air got trapped, I was so pissed off. I was like, really? Really? Now he created the artery there. That was a very good move. Now at that point, I expected indirect here. That's why I moved my medium tank. I was scared to lose it. Then I blocked the bridge because I wanted to reach the mountain and I could not. Now I still have higher economy and higher army. And now I feel like I'm winning, so I just need to maintain my advantage. Now he did a huge mistake, he did many times. He went over a city town. So medium tank will have some pleasure here. A lot of pleasure. So yeah. I remove my medium tank and I send the recon for vision. Then I take a good clean shot over his medium tank. I'm off the floor with this unit, and then I see the artillery, and I'm so happy about that. I'm like, oh, really? That's some good cleanup here. So I move both of my artillery further because I feel like he will be scared to move in this area. I also want to protect that city and that city with the artillery. So now he's mopping the floor with a lot of units. Another Urban Blight. And at that point, I won the game. I hope guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. We will see each other in future video. Have a great day.